G'day, my name is Alpha, and this is Alpha Smelting. I want to welcome you along this journey of mine as I enter the world of everything smelting. As this is my first video, you'll get to experience my first unboxing. There's bound to be more in the future. Having been inspired by another YouTube channel called Big Stack D, I grabbed his discount code and got myself a Devil Forge Furnace FB1SB 4kg gas metal melting furnace. I've been interested in smelting for nearly a year now, so I'm rather excited. The last couple of weeks awaiting the delivery has been agony, but now we get to start. I was really surprised by the size and weight of the furnace. I find it really hard to get an idea of the scale from descriptions, so when I arrived to collect the box, I was initially concerned. As we start this journey, we're going to learn to improve both the smelting and the recording process. The flickering light is thanks to a whirlybird installed on the roof of the shed. Next time, more light. This turns out to be a fire brick that comes with the furnace. This one turns out to be Satanite. The packet says rigidizer, but I have it on good authority that it's Satanite. Ah, the miracle of editing. After mixing up the Satanite as instructed, we coat the refractory wool to keep it in place. While this makes it brittle, it's easy to touch up when necessary, rather than replacing the entire lining if an accident occurs. Speaking of which,
this YouTube video is not intended for children. The process of smelting is inherently dangerous. Alpha Smelting takes no responsibility or liability for audience action.
Ah, the first of many thumbs up.
One eternity later.
After coating, you're instructed to wait 24 hours before firing. Another lesson learned, doing things one-handed is challenging. A tripod or a second set of hands from now on. This here is more refractory wool. It's used to stop the gas from coming out the back of the burner. Left-handed thread, like all gas fittings, so it's the opposite of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You'll note the pressure here jumps to 0.5 megapascals. We released the pressure and found out we could run it at barely 0.01 megapascals. That is not an error. Melting temperatures were reached at 0.01 megapascals in this small furnace. After curing, we let it cool down to room temperature. In preparation, I had flattened a bunch of copper piping. Let's go with about 1 kilogram. Thumbs up number 2. More flickering light. Lesson learned. The fire brick sits on the bottom of the furnace to provide a flat surface for the crucible, and to help prevent any dropped molten metal from burning through the bottom of the furnace. A piece of cardboard prevents the crucible from adhering to the brick due to the temperatures in the materials. Oof, poor jump cut. We'll have to try and avoid those in the future. No promises. When you start the furnace, you have the air choke turned on. You're burning only propane, thus the yellow-red flame. Once you open the air choke, the mixture of air and propane causes a much stronger, high-temperature flame which is necessary for smelting. We are operating at 0.01 megapascals. With the choke fully opened, we easily reach the copper's melting point at 1085 degrees Celsius. Always preheat your molds. Any water moisture that comes in contact with molten metal will flash boil instantly and cause a small, nasty explosion. I'm currently situated at my good friend's shed. Sam Towns does bladesmithing. Please check his channel out. We might need to get some shock absorbers for the camera next time. I'm heating up the handling tools like the molds to avoid touching really hot things with really cold things. Speaking of which, my lifters, pouring tongs and dross spoon are made by Sam. They're top notch for this kind of work. Now it's time for the pour. The prolonged pause is checking if we need to remove any dross from the molten metal or add borax to collect the impurities. We didn't need to do either this time. Nice clean copper. I'd like to point out this is the first time smelting in this fashion and only the fourth I've ever done. With more experience, I hope to be faster and smoother with my pouring. Watch the molten metal solidify. For a brief moment you will get to see what I call the dragon egg phase, where molten metal inside still hasn't solidified. Brief but beautiful. I attempt here to pour a second casting, but as you can already see, the metal in the crucible is cooling. I won't get it all this time. That leftover metal will end up in the next pour. Not long after the pour, we quench the metal cool, simply so we can handle it. The black stuff is generally referred to as scale. A quick grind or polish will get rid of that. Not holding the piece in the camera's view. We'll get better with practice. The large bar will be mine. The smaller bar will be handed to Sam, so he can use it in his bladesmithing, likely for handguards, pommels and pins. Sam's a top bloke, and I suggest everyone watching to check out his channel. Link is in the doobly-doo. Thumbs up count number 3. Here's where we go about cleaning the surface on Sam's fire ant grinder. I make the mistake off camera of rounding the edges of the ingot. We live and we learn. I also discover how quickly they heat up when grinding. Boy, that was fast. Sam went about flattening out his piece with a ball peen hammer. Not particularly happy that I ground all the edges, but this is only the first attempt of many. Thanks for checking out my first vid. Be sure to subscribe for more. I'm Alpha, and this has been Alpha Smelting.